Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another pick a card reading. This is going to be for the month of July 2020. If you are new to my channel, all I ask you to do before you pick a card pile here is to get into a calm, quiet place, take a few deep breaths, and really let your intuition pick the group pile for you. That way the message will resonate with you a lot clearer. Goodness, I can speak. If you need to pause the video at any time, go ahead and do so to meditate. That's perfectly fine. The timestamps for each group will be down in the description box below, as well as in the pinned comments by me. That being said, let's take a look at each pile. We have group number 1 here with this kind of, what do you call it? Tiger striped shell? I don't know my shells. So this is group number 1's shell. Group number 2 has quite the iconic little shell there. And group number 3 is this shell here. All right, timestamps for this will be down in the description box as well as the pinned comments. And strap in, it's going to be a little bit longer. I'm going to try to get through the piles quickly, but there's a lot of cards here because it is a monthly reading, so yay. All right, go ahead and choose your group and I will see you in that particular timestamp. Hello, my group number 1s, those of you who chose the kind of stripedy, animal printy looking shell. Let's go ahead and see what your July has for you for 2020. I've already laid out the cards and we're going to start with your Mermaid Tarot. And if you haven't noticed already, we are doing a mermaid theme for this month. So your first tarot card, we have the 10 of Pentacles. So this card talks about family, and it's really a card in this particular deck that I just see family gatherings, family fun, family everything, like spending time with family and feeling its abundance and feeling the love and the generosity that comes with spending time and being around family. So either you have been spending time with family or you will be spending time. Let's go a little bit deeper here. It's a very prosperous card as well. Like you've been building up your finances, that sort of thing. And then your second card here is the 10 of Wands. So this talks about kind of like overload, being worked overload, like having all of those burdens, having to keep going and just being stressed and the craziness that comes with all of that, and just being a little stubborn, I think, to let somebody else help you. So you're just constantly working, you're constantly grinding, and you're constantly like trying to do what you have to do in order to get to the next level. But the great thing is you're almost there. You're almost at that next level. So this is also a message to keep going, to keep pushing, because like you're right there. You're on the cusp. All right, which is interesting. Okay, so it seems like so far, before I get to your last tarot card, I think maybe you're grinding so hard and you're working so hard is to help your family. Like the month of July, you guys are going to need to find a balance with that too. Like it's okay to ask for help, and it's okay to maybe like delegate some responsibility. So for instance, if say you're a single mom and one of your children or your child is like 8 years old, you can delegate some chores to that 8-year-old. You know, they're able to, you know, help you out with something, you know, clean the bathrooms or vacuum, something. So that way you're not super stressed. That's just one example. And again, when I do readings, certain things and incidences will play in my mind and they come to the forefront. So that way they're a message for somebody. Okay, so I definitely see you doing what you got to do for your family, you pushing through for your family. Or the other caveat here is that you are working so hard so you can spend time with your family. Like maybe you're doing your own creative endeavor for a business, and so you want to be able to push through and get through this month of the craziness, so that way you'll be able to have that extra time to spend with your family. That way you'll be able to maybe make your own schedule to spend time with your family. This could just be indicating that you're working hard so that way you can have July 4th off, for instance. So I'm not sure, it's going to resonate a little bit differently with each person, but I will say learn to delegate a lot of us are hard-headed and we don't like to delegate when we know we can do it ourselves. And whenever I see the 10 of Wands pop up, I think of myself and how I take on a lot because I know I can do a lot. And it's just easier if I do it sometimes than to have to rely on somebody else, right? So that's kind of the energy I always see and feel with the 10 of Wands. And like, you're doing your best right now and you're pushing through. So let's get to your last card here. Right on. Okay, so this is the card Justice. So this is how we know that you're doing everything the right way. Everything is as it's going to be, as it should be. So it's also a card that's like karma, you know? So like what goes around comes around. If you're putting out good in the world, good's going to come back. This is also legal matters. So this also reads, now that the justice is here and family is here and you working hard, this also reads if you're going through any legal things, the month of July is going to bring forth good news legally, if you catch my drift. So if there is some sort of custody or if there's some sort of family, legal, whatever that may be to you, that is a possibility here as well. And it's going to be coming out in your favor. But yes, I see a lot to do with family, with you working hard, and you're probably sacrificing a lot right now. You're probably going through like a lot of stress, a lot of overload, a lot of burden, feeling like weighed down, right? And again, this can do a lot with whatever we've been going through as far as the health scares. And this could be, I mean, again, it's going to hit differently for everybody. But also, this card, if you look at it, it's just so calming. It's so like, everything's going to be fine. Everything's going to calm down. Like, we are going to be okay in the end. Like, it's just a beautiful, calming energy here. So if you look at the juxtaposition of the middle card against the other two, we see here that there is so much that we can look forward to in the month of July. You guys are doing what you're doing for your family. You're going to be spending more time with your family. You're working that grind, and then everything's going to be worth it for you in the end. So let's dive a little bit deeper and let's go into some oracle cards here. So this is the Ocean Wild Oracle. I can't remember everything. Look at that. We have harmony. So yeah, we're going to find some harmony. This card kind of reminds me of the Four of Wands in tarot. And I really feel like your foundation, your family life is going to be completely fine. Like, everything's going to work out, going to be harmonized, going to be beautiful. Let's do this one. We have water flight. Heaviness lifts, burdens are cast away, weightlessness. Okay. Got it. Love it. This is another deck here. I'm going to butcher every single name because I don't remember all of it. And we have shared inspiration. Throw yourself into a new project. Be willing to let go of time constraints and rules and really be aware of whatever fulfills your heart. So I feel like you're doing everything you can possibly do right now to get to where you need to go in order to be in this harmonious energy, right? And lighten the load. Shared inspiration. Lighten your load a little bit. You can delegate. It's okay. It's okay. And the other one is back on task. This is a beautiful card. Be sure you are using your time in the best possible manner. You might consider reviewing your goals, your schedule, or a project you are working on. All could use some fine tuning. Okay, so basically get your priorities together. And I feel like you are. In the month of July, things are going to finally start working themselves out. And again, delegation. It's okay to delegate. All right, what are these cards? These are the ones by Doreen Virtue. Again, I haven't put up any of these unboxings yet, but I will, or the reviews. So this says, playtimes. The dolphins know the importance of playing as joy creates miracle and manifestation. Let your load lighten a bit so you can play. so you can enjoy the time you have, right? You are going to be prosperous. You are getting there. You are going to be totally fine with this Justice card. You can allow yourself some time off, okay? And then we have, let yourself receive. Allow others to give you loving care. Receive without guilt or apologies. Sometimes this is the hardest thing to do, right? And again, this 10 of Wands energy here, right? Like you're doing everything on your own and it's hard for you to ask for help and receive it. And that's totally normal and okay. But now as a reminder, let yourself receive. Okay. And then we have simplify your life. Eliminate clutter from your home and work life to balance the flow of activities. So again, we have more, you know, let your guard down a little bit, let yourself play a little bit, let yourself enjoy your time off, right? And maybe decluttering might help that situation. I'm running out of room here. All right, then these have become my new favorite. We have truth, okay, positivity, and hope, okay? Little reminders there. Let's see if I can organize this a little bit so you can see all the cards. Probably not, but we're gonna have to probably layer them. Okay, truth, hope, positivity. So I think those are some cards that we really need to focus on sometimes, right? We don't allow ourselves to think about ourselves too much. I think the truth is definitely coinciding with the Justice card here. Oh, focus, hello. The truth is definitely focusing with the, the truth and the Justice card go hand in hand, right? So the truth will come out, the truth will be there, and you are going to bask in the karma of it all. So regardless of whatever the situation is here, it's going to be on your side. Again, karma, 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 karma. So you're working hard, you are going to reap the rewards because of the hard work that you put in and the good that you're putting into the world, right? And then your last oracle cards, we have King Poseidon. Expecting the best of yourself brings out great things in you. Don't need to explain that anymore. And then we have the Humpback Whale. Nothing can be done without the proper means. Again, you are doing what you need to do in order to get to the goal that you want to achieve, right? And you have this hope in your heart and you're consistently going toward this this hope that everything's going to work out. If I could just keep grinding a little bit more, if I could just do this, I keep hearing that in my head, like if I can just get through. And that's where that hope comes in. Like the light at the end of the tunnel is there. And, you know, again, this rainbow is popping out to me. So it's like happiness is coming. Good times are coming. And it's true. Hold on to it, but make sure that you're focusing on the positive things. Make sure that you're using that positive thinking to your advantage. That, you know, it's almost like what I'm getting in my head is, for an example, is like when you are struggling through a workout, when like you know you got to get through the next 5 minutes. And it's hard and it's backbreaking and you're getting there and you're like, if I can only just finish this 5 minutes, I got my goal. I pushed myself farther than I went before. That positivity of pulling through and getting through and having that hope, that's what the energy I feel like is like. You keep grinding, you keep going and going. And again, let yourself have a little bit of fun as well as the work, right? Let yourself have a little bit of time out because you can't always consistently be grinding and be doing the workload that you're doing. You're going to wear yourself out. However, you're almost there, right? That workout, you're almost there. And if you can just hold on to that positivity and that hope a little bit longer, you're getting there. You're going to be there. Hopefully this is making sense. So then we have determination. Don't be afraid of the rising tide. It will soon recede. Okay. Then we have patience. The tide will come in when it's ready. Again, some tide imagery here. Rising tide and the tide will come in. And breathe. I think out of all the cards, this is the most important card right here. breathe. Break from beneath the water's surface and soar up beyond the turquoise sea. Take time out to breathe. July, by the end of July, things are going to be looking so good for you with this Justice card. Things are going to be all worked out in the way that they should be because you've put in the positivity, you put in the work, you put in the drive and the determination. All right, just be patient and learn to let go and breathe. It's okay. Everything's going to work out. All right. And then I asked for a message from the mermaids, and we have this, the Selkie skin. We, the Selkies, see how much you do for others. Oh my gosh. Shed the skin of service and reconnect with the wild sea self that is your deeper truth. Do for yourself what you have so willingly done for others. I can't. It's like everything came together here. So yeah, be aware of how much effort and work you're putting out there, but also be self-aware enough to do some self-care for you. Like, you cannot give from an empty cup. You cannot give from an empty battery, right? There's no more battery left. You're getting to that end of the lifespan of the battery. You need to replenish it by putting yourself on a charger, right? So again, it seems like, and this cannot stop not focusing for me, it seems like you're doing what you're doing for your family. It seems like everything stems around family. I could be wrong, but this seems like what it is for most of you. That 10% out here, it's you're striving and doing all of this for a more prosperous life. You're doing it for more of your own. You're doing this for a new schedule. Like, you can be home more. You can do what you want to do. Like, you're not working for somebody else. You're working for yourself. Or again, legal battles. So you're doing all of this work and hard grind, I'm going to keep saying that, for a legal matter. Okay, so it's kind of all over the place in a little bit, but the theme is still the same. You're working too hard. You need to let yourself down a little, let yourself have some downtime a little bit, and it's going to be okay. Everything's going to come out just fine. Have that positivity, have that hope, and give yourself some self-care. All right, guys, I think that is all I have for you. The truth will come out too, by the way, with this Justice card. All right, allow yourself to receive. This has been a beautiful message. Your burdens are going to be starting to lift, okay? If this resonated with you, please let me know what group you chose down in the comment section below, as well as don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell on your way out of the video. That way you'll never miss a video, an upload from me, pretty much. And if you feel like anybody else in your life would enjoy this video, go ahead and give it a share as well. All right. Thank you so much, everyone, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye. Hello, my group number twos, those of you who chose this iconic little shell here. If it'll focus, there we go. Lighting all over the place as usual. All right, let's see what is going on with your July. We have a beautiful mermaid themed July here. Most of these cards are going to be up soon if they have not been up already. So keep a close lookout for that. So here we go. Let's start with your Mermaid Tarot. We have, Temperance. Okay, so this talks about healing, moderation, and balance. So I think you guys are being reminded, or maybe you're working on it, to keep your life in balance and to maybe look for ways to heal or start the healing process, okay? So also guidance from whether you believe in your spirits or ancestors or angels, angelic, I'm going to just say spiritual guidance. So look to that too. All right. Fix that lighting. Goodness. There we go. And then your second card, let's dive a little bit deeper. Oh, we have now the lighting's all gone. Okay. We have the Five of Swords here. So this talks about conflict, possible arguments, like maybe winning the battle, but not winning the battle in the best way. Like you're possibly hurting somebody else, or somebody is hurting you. Okay, this is also loss, arguments, unfair, things being unfair, possibly being bullied. Everything basically comes with the price is what I'm seeing. Because like they were fighting, they were playing with swords, but things got a little out of hand and somebody got hurt, right? Somebody got hurt. So the way that I did these cards is this what's currently going on right now. Okay, so you've gotten hurt. There's arguments, conflicts, and you need to look into healing. Like you need to move past that conflict, move past the loss or the hurt, whatever has been affecting you. We need to learn how to heal from that. We need to learn, go to the root problem of this possibly, or remove ourselves from that situation. Okay. Conflict is not always a bad thing. Different opinions, that sort of a thing, having an argument as far as a debate goes is completely fine. With the fives in tarot, it's always some sort of upset. Like it's kind of turning your world on its head a little bit, shaking the energy, right? We need to have a little bit of upset in order to maybe make a change, kind of like the Tower card. So with the Five of Swords, this talks about some form of conflict or arguments or loss that you are experiencing or have experienced. And with this Temperance card here, it's showing you that you can move past it and you can heal from it. And that possibly this was happening because of something that you didn't heal from in the past. Something, oh my goodness, stop unfocusing. Goodness. So recent past, you haven't quite made that balance or healed from it yet. And so that's why these conflicts or arguments are hurting you a little bit deeper than they should. That's a possibility for some here. That's what I'm seeing so far. But yeah, Temperance is about healing. It's about balance. It's taking you from the way that you were into the next, right? How do I put that? I can't explain that correctly. Anyway, point being is that healing needs to occur in order for this to not hurt, right? As with anything in life, you fall down, you bruise your knee, you need to heal in order for it to not hurt. And so something, usually with swords, it's an argument as far as, something someone said, because with the sword suit, it is a very communicative suit. It's all about communication and talking and thinking, right? It's an air suit. So maybe there was a conflict, or maybe it hasn't even happened yet. So the other area that we can travel into is that you need to focus on healing in order for this conflict to not happen. Or you might be seeing more conflicts, more arguments, more loss, or not loss in like death, but loss in like maybe a loss of friendship because of it. Because again, these kids are all playing around and they thought that they were just playing. And then all of a sudden something goes a little too far and someone gets hurt. So remember your words. Remember that words do hurt, and things taken out of context or things being said out of anger or out of spite hurt more. So if you have not done the healing work on yourself, sometimes words hurt way more than you think that they will, than someone else will think that they will, like someone who can't take criticism very well, like they internalize it. That's that kind of energy where it's like, oh man, they said I could have done this better. And, maybe I'm just horrible. Maybe I'm just horrible at this. And you internalize it, right? So like, that's the energy I'm getting. Not loss as in death, but loss as in loss of a friendship, maybe loss of time spent with somebody. That's sort of the loss. Like I'm not getting super, super crazy, heavy stuff. I'm getting more of like, there's arguments, there's things being said that maybe shouldn't been said in argument or in anger, or maybe somebody internalized it in a way that they shouldn't because the healing hasn't happened. Hopefully this is making sense. Let's go a little bit deeper. So your last tarot card. Okay. So we have the World here. So this talks about endings, but successful endings. So I think by the end of July, we are going to put an end to the conflict. We're going to maybe move away from it. Maybe the things that no longer serve you or things that are not doing you justice are going to be putting at an end. I think you're going to be working through a lot in July. I think you're going to be removing yourself from things that do not serve your healing, do not serve your best interest, because the World is about successful completion. Okay. It's also about travel. So again, by the end of July, some of you might be traveling, maybe moving to another area that helps you develop or helps you heal a lot. Maybe taking a vacation for a while, a week or so, just so you guys can like be removed from this situation, be removed from the things that no longer work out for you. But either way, it's going to be a happy ending of July. And again, endings bring new beginnings. So make sure you're doing your healing work. And I know that sounds kind of contrived and like, well, it's not so easy to do. It's easier to say, but healing can come in different forms. Ask for help. Right? So if you're really having a hard time, if there's things that happened in your past that you haven't completely healed from, it's okay to ask for help. Seeking out help from somebody like a therapist or somebody that you can trust and you can just vent to, that's a form of healing. Healing can be taking yourself out, like I said, on a vacation, being alone or being with trusted people and really helping you get away from it all. Healing can be just simply taking a bath and relaxing and then looking internally and figuring out what brings you joy. What, maybe going over what you could have done differently, what they could have done differently, what the situation could have been differently. That sort of healing. It comes in many different ways. Hanging out with a friend, going to get coffee, going for lunch date. I know right now it's kind of hard, but like talking to somebody helps. Ask for help, right? We cannot always do it on our own. So that was my serious conversation. So the other happier, lighter conversation is just make sure that you're doing things that heal your heart. Okay. What makes you happy? Listen, if you do any sort of spiritual work, light a candle, talk to your ancestors, talk to your spirit guides, ask them for help, right? Or, do a lot more meditation. There are ways of healing that's not necessarily just Western medicine. There's ways of healing that help you every day. Taking time out to just take like 5 seconds to breathe heavy, to just take in deeper breaths, that sort of a thing. So again, I feel like this healing needed to happen and maybe you're not done healing and maybe that's why this conflict is hitting you a little bit harder. But asking for help is okay because at the end of this, you are going to be completely fine. You are going to feel better. And quite honestly, I do feel like the two of these people look very similar, like almost she's grown a little bit. And I feel like that's where you're going to come out of it. You're going to come out of it grown in a way. I don't know why I'm seeing that. Like you are going to be more, I don't want to say mature, but do you know what I mean? Like you're going to grow from the situation. You're going to come out on top because the world is all about renewal and success. And so I feel like there's going to be some celebration here at the end too. Like you're going to be like, okay, I did it. I got over what I needed to get over. I'm healed or I'm healing and I'm constantly, looking out for myself now. So again, this is going to hit differently. And I know I've spent a lot of time on the tarot cards, but I just feel like there's different situations going on here. So just take what resonates with you because this could be really all over the place for a lot of people. And I do apologize, but that's what I'm seeing. Happy endings, removing yourself from the things that cause conflict or the people that cause conflict. Because let's face it, right now it's kind of crazy. We might need to unfollow some people. We might need to unfriend some people. I think we're all going through that right now. The people that seek you out just to argue. It could be just as simple as that. Okay, let's dive a little bit deeper. All right, let's see. This is the Oceanic Wild Oracle, and we have intuition. All right, I love this card. So what I'm getting from this is you already know what you need to do to heal. You need to listen to your body. You need to listen to your inner dialogue. You need to listen to your intuition, okay? You know what's good for you. You know who's good for you. You know how you need to heal. You know how you need to move forward in order to be feeling successful, feeling like you're in a good place, right? Okay, let's go with this one. Sanctuary, what did I say? And she's even in a bath. Really? Privacy, inviolate personal space, respected boundaries, and taboo. So basically, carve yourself out a little slice of sanctuary heaven, okay? So that you can heal, that you can feel a little bit better, that you don't need to listen to the drama of everybody else. Maybe that's what's going on with you guys too, is that like, you guys just can't deal with the onslaught of negativity that's going on in the world right now. I know it's hard for me. I'm not to bring it to myself, but hopefully you can relate. I'm very empathic. And so I take on a lot of the energies from people around me, from things around me. And so it's hard for me to deal with all of the negativity in one day. So I have to remove myself from those people. I have to remove myself from watching the news too much, from dealing with the constant feeds, all of that. Like I have to turn my eye away sometimes just so I can feel a little bit better. So this could be your problem too. You're viewing too much, you're seeing too much, you're in too much. That could be an issue. So you need to calm yourself and find a way to ground yourself and to give yourself that space and that sanctuary to heal. Okay, let's dive a little bit deeper. What is this card called? Whispers of the Ocean. Again, I'll have these other cards that I don't have up on my channel for the unboxings. I'll have them up eventually. So this is clearing the excess. Okay, so you are entering a transitional phase and you would benefit from clearing away excess clutter, whether it is in your physical body or your physical space. What did I just get done saying? Clear it out. You are transitioning. You're moving away from the constant the chaos. I'm just going to call it the chaos because that's what it is. So clear out the people that you don't need in your life anymore. Believe me, if they're nothing but negativity and they're not doing you anything, if they're not benefiting you, they're not helping you, and you try your hardest to help them and make them see how they are, I'm just going to say, unfriend them, unfollow, if you can have the talk, have the talk. But if they're not listening to how their actions and their words are affecting you, get them out of your life. It's not worth it. It's not worth this stress, and it's not worth you being hurt over, okay? And this goes for relationships too. So maybe this could be, a relationship situation as well. Maybe somebody in your life, or your partner, is just constantly, you guys just constantly fight, you constantly argue because maybe they don't understand where you've been and you don't understand where they've been, and you guys constantly go at it, and you're transitioning into being like, okay, this is done. I need to move on, right? So hopefully this doesn't sound too insensitive, because I don't want it to come across that. I'm just saying there are multiple situations that this is referring to, okay? And then we have looking at the underbelly. Be sure that you are using your time in the best possible manner. You might consider taking time to organize yourself, or perhaps a project you're working on could use some fine-tuning, okay? The underbelly. Taking time to organize yourself, okay? Again, balance, all right? Taking that time to figure out what is going to work for you. And maybe it is tucking into some project. Maybe it is taking that time to go to a hobby or a project that you enjoy to help with that clearing of the clutter in your mind. I crochet, I do a lot of crafts, and so sometimes it's really, really nice to just sit back and stitch a little bit or to macrame a little bit, and it kind of just, it's so meditative, you end up not thinking about what you were thinking about, right? So like some of you like to draw, paint, some of you like to color in the coloring books or crosswords. Tuck into a project to help your mind kind of ease into it, right? Like clutter is the worst thing when we're constantly thinking about what ifs, what we should have done, what this, that, all of that. Take the time to just tuck into a project. Maybe you've been working on something for a while. We all have works in progress, and get back to it and kind of ease into it a little bit. And that way you can get into that little like self-care mode, right? Okay, these are your mermaids and dolphins from Doreen Virtue. I have a video coming on this. So this says, wait, don't rush into action right now. Bide your time for better results. So don't make rash decisions, okay? So like I was talking about with like maybe going and talking to somebody about how you feel about how their words are affecting you or what they're doing affecting you. Do that before you just cut somebody out of their life. Because again, somebody might not understand why you feel the way you feel. Maybe they thought that, they didn't think anything of what they said. They didn't realize it was hurting you. So don't rush into, crazy actions, I'll say, before you, bide your time, right? And then we have, what's this one? Music for manifesting. To manifest, rapidly think of your desire while you chant, hum, sing, or play music. And I really feel like this is kind of like a card that's talking about what we were just talking about with the projects. If you guys like to have it be, if you were musically inclined, I want to say, this would be a very good card for you guys to like meditate and zone out a little bit on, right? And again, to manifest. Where do you want to be? Where do you want to go? And then we have worthiness. Know what you deserve. Know that you deserve to receive good in all ways. Okay, again, this goes back to healing. This goes back to knowing that you are enough, okay? That you do not deserve to be treated in a way that is negative, in a way that hurts you. You do not deserve that, okay? So know your worth. Stick up for yourself, all right? It's hard. It's so hard to stick up for yourself, especially right now when the world is going crazy. Stick up for yourself. Know your worth. You are worth so much more than what I think you think right now, okay? Let's get into these. Actually, no, let's do these first. Contentment. I think you're going to find some contentment for sure at the end of this. Definitely. Definitely, definitely. And then again, we have a lighthouse in the back here. Look at that. So there's a light at the end of the tunnel, right? Let's see if it'll focus. A light at the end of the tunnel right here. So, just keep doing you. Heal. She still looks a little, maybe like she's not completely, I don't know. She looks like she's still a little hurt, even though it's a contentment card. To me anyway, at least that's what I'm seeing. But she seems calm. Like I think she's figuring things out, right? So, excuse me. Look towards your lighthouse. All right? Excuse me. And then we have blessings. Oh, I love this card so much. So much. Blessings. They're coming. Know your worth. Okay? Everything will be and work out just fine. Okay? Blessings. So can you see? Nope. Okay. Well, let's move these over. And last of your oracle, we have the Sith Mermaid. The power that creates and sustains you, heals you. Again, healing. Okay. And then the Rowan Mermaid, faith sees the horizon beyond the waves. So it's just looking for that light at the end of the tunnel, looking toward the lighthouse, looking for the horizon, right? We need to stop focusing on the negative. We need to stop focusing our energy on certain people. We need to stop focusing our energy on lost causes, right? And I know that sounds a little brash, but like really, when it comes down to it, it's about your healing. It's about how you feel. It's about where you see yourself, how you see yourself. And if you keep telling yourself, well, this is what, I'm never going to get any better than this, or, that keeps you in that lower vibrational energy, that keeps you there, because that's what you're manifesting. That's what you're putting out in the world, right? Law of attraction. If you tell yourself, I am worth so much more than this, I do not deserve this, then the universe corrects itself and it's like, okay, yeah, you're fighting for what you want now. I'm going to give it to you, right? Easier said than done, right? But stop focusing on the people or trying to give the people a voice that are negative to you. They're not worth it. They're never going to change their mind. They're never going to change their actions. If you try to communicate with them, at least you can tell them how their actions are affecting you. And then if they continue on and do and say things that they shouldn't, or keep continuing this conflict, it's their loss, right? You can just say, bye, I do not need you in my life, holding me down like a anchor, just sinking, right? You're at this point, if you continue on with the negative people, it's kind of like you are sinking along with the ship, pun intended. You do not need to stay on that sinking ship. You can dive off. Like, you can use a lifeboat. All right. And then we have the Jessica Lee cards here. We have opportunity. Okay. You will prove yourself and discover if you brave the rough seas. All right. So again, worthiness. You are going to give yourself so many opportunities once you really tell yourself, I'm worth it. See that opportunity roll in. Communicate. Things left unsaid will never reach the shore. Again, tell that person, people, whatever, your boss, whatever the situation may be, if they're hurting you, you need to let your feelings known. Communicate. Otherwise, they're going to continually think that what they said didn't hurt you or it was okay. All of that stuff. Communicate. Things left unsaid will never reach the shore. And then your last one is journey. Half the treasure is the journey on the path to finding it. So you are taking a journey now. However this resonates with you, you are taking a journey, and it's going to end... Ooh, hello. It's going to end with you on a success trajectory, okay? So the world, again, completion, celebration, all right? This may not be as deep as I'm thinking it is, or maybe it's not as deep as you think it is. This could just be like, you have to have that conversation with your friend, like, hey, what you said or what you did really hurt me. Like, you stood me up, or you said something that I took offense to, and maybe it's because I'm feeling a certain way. And then at the end, you get over the argument, or you realize what's been said, and it's fine, and you can celebrate and be happy, and that's that. It could be as simple as that, or it could be as deep as everything else that I said too. But regardless, things are going to be fine. You have this contentment card. You have this blessing card. You're going to heal. Carve out a sanctuary. Carve out a little time and place where it's just you, and you can feel better about everything in the world. You can just release all that craziness, and you can just soak in the contentment, soak in the healing. Again, you are worthy, and it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to, have to let it out and vent. And I asked for a message from the mermaids, and this is what we got. We got tears of pearls. When we mermaids cry, pearls fall from our eyes, and each precious tear is full of wisdom. Your every tear teaches a lesson, and each is to be treasured. Remember all you have learned and know the worth of your tears. Again, worthiness. Interesting. Okay. So, healing work, is definitely going to happen here. And I think it's still ongoing. But yeah, I think regardless of everything else that's going on with you guys, I think healing is the main takeaway. And just know to communicate. Know that, you need to clear out the things that no longer help you move forward in your success trajectory. And you know exactly what I'm talking about with this intuition card here. You know exactly what you need to do, where you need to go, and what you need to say. Okay? And you know exactly what you need for healing. All right. Hopefully this made sense. Hopefully this resonated with you. I think this is a beautiful message. It got a little deep, but I think it's important sometimes when the cards come out as they did to have important conversations that are a little bit deeper. And that's what I feel like tarot does. It helps you heal a little bit. It helps you recognize where maybe you're ignoring certain signs or maybe you're ignoring certain things. And it is my job as a reader to help bring things to the surface, kind of like a therapist, right? So this might be a little bit of more of a deeper reading, but I feel like a lot of you are on your way to recognizing bad negative energy and negative things in your life and moving forward and leaving it behind. 2020, man, it's bringing out the craziness in a lot of situations, and it's clearing out the things that will no longer be tolerated, right? And so I think now you are realizing what those are in your specific life, and we are going to get rid of the toxicity, right? So if this resonated with you, let me know down in the comment section. I would love to know what group you chose. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and that way you'll never miss a video upload from me. And if you feel like someone in your life could benefit from this video or, would enjoy it, go ahead and share it as well. As always, thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye. Hello, my group number 3s, those of you who chose the crazy shell here. I love this shell so much. All right, let's take a look at your July. All right, first we're gonna take a look at your mermaid tarot cards here. This is a mermaid theme, yay. And these decks, if you've not seen them on my channel before, they will be up eventually. Again, working on it. Let's get started here. All right, don't be alarmed with the 3 of Swords here. I think a lot of us have been going through this particular feeling. This is heartbreak, this is loss, this is defeat, this is, betrayal, sorrow, pain. Maybe there was a breakup, but this is in my past position here. So it could be the very recent past, or it could be, a few months longer than that. Regardless, this is the feeling of sorrow. So this energy here is what we're kind of going to be working through in July, okay? It's okay, we all experience it. It's I don't want to belittle that feeling at all. So let's dive a little bit deeper and figure out, where this might be going here. So this is what's going to go on right now in the month of July. All right, we have the 3 of Pentacles. This is an energy that talks about working together, collaboration, recognition, help from others. So I really do feel like you're going to be working through the pain here. And I think a lot of it's going to be with help with maybe a therapist, or maybe it's not as deep as that. Maybe you're going to be venting with your friends, family. But either way, you're recognizing what you need to do in order to get past it, to move past the pain, to move past the heartbreak. You are going to be like, look, this person here, this lovely lady here, she's happy. She's working through it. All right. She's happy. This is a great thing to see. So whatever hurt you you are going to be moving on from it. You're going to be working through it. And I think a lot of it's going to be with help from others. And you know exactly who those people are. Those are your people that are always there for you. They're always, they always come through. There's going to be a lot of learning happening here, because again, with the Three of Pentacles, this is also kind of like a working, like building up card. So learning how to build your foundation, right? Because the next card is a 4, which is stability. So this is learning how to take that, the chaos, and work through it, and in order to build that foundation. So that's where we're at right now. And you're seeing little bits of rewards coming through. Like, you're seeing how, okay, well, this day is a little bit easier, or, you know, I'm feeling better. Like, or, you know, I heard something about him or her and I'm not breaking down. That sort of energy, like you're getting those little rewards of like, okay, I'm doing better. I'm feeling better. Again, loss or sorrow or whatever, it could be many things, and it's going to hit you differently. And I think a lot of it has been going on for everyone. So this is just sorrow. So a lot of times we don't like seeing the Three of Swords come up because of the connotations, right? But with the way the world has been going, it makes complete sense to me. This could be sorrow about losing your job, heartbreak because maybe you love that job. Currently, I'm going through that situation where, you know, I'm going to be losing my job due to things out of my control, you know. Not to put my life online, but, you know, I'm going through this. And again, it's heartbreak because some of us, you know, really love our jobs. We love what we do. And, you know, to have to lose it due to something out of our control, that's going to create heartache. But we're working through it, right? Maybe you're applying online and you're doing your interviews and you're, you know, you have people helping you with your resumes. This could hit differently for everyone. It's not going to always be about, okay, well, such and such broke up with me, or, you know, I got a divorce. It's not always having to do with a relationship. It's loss, it's sorrow, it's heartbreak, right? So it's going to hit a little bit differently. Not to get too deep, but I feel like this July reading has been hitting deep. With each reading, it's been not so lighthearted, but like it's been positive. And I feel like this is going toward positive with this Three of Pentacles. So let's see. By the end of July, oh, look at this. We've got King of Wands here, Mr. Confident. So I think you're going to take control over your life here. I think you're going to take control. You're already doing it. By the end of July, you're going to be confident. You're going to be a boss. You're going to be able to, you've been working through it to where by the end of July, you're going to be feeling like, I got this. I got me. Like you are going to be so like on it, right? That passion is going to come back into your life. That passion, that drive, that creativity, that maybe you've been wallowing too much into the sorrow side of things. By the end of July, you're going to be like, nah, I got this. I'm going to be doing this. I'm going to be going here. I'm going to be talking to this person. Maybe by the end of July, if this was a heartbreak, maybe you're going to have your confidence built back up that you can go back on the dating scene. Okay? So like, again, all I see here is positive. It's hitting deep for whatever reason right now. And I'm going to be saying that for the rest of the reading here, because I do feel like whenever the Three of Swords comes up, that it's just automatically that reading's going to be hitting deeper. And sometimes, again, we just look at it like it's a negative thing and we're not going to get past it. But look, we have the King of Wands here. Like this is like straight up King of Wands. Look at how like, I mean, the energy just radiating off of him alone. Fantastic. Confident, bold, determined, outgoing, like passion. Look at, he's swimming with sharks. Okay. You have to be some kind of confident person in your skills and your ability and your, the way you think of yourself in order to swim with some sharks. Granted, this is fantasy, but just think of the imagery here. Like, it even looks like he's commanding the army of sharks. You're going from sad, sorrow to commanding sharks. Like, let's get real here. We are working through our pain. We are working through heartache and sorrow and loss. And we are finally going to be emerging at the end of July with this crazy, amazing energy. That's awesome. Let's go a little bit deeper here. We have nurturing. Okay, that's exactly what we're doing here with this Three of Pentacles. We are nurturing our souls. We are healing. We are going to get past whatever this heartache and loss is. Okay, that's exactly what July is bringing us. We are moving forward. We are nurturing ourselves, nurturing our souls, right? And really, let's think about it too. We are only bringing in people that want to nurture each other in our lives now. Like, we are getting rid of, kind of like the second reading I had, this is similar in a way. We're getting rid of the things that no longer serve our best interest. If you cannot reach for the sky because somebody else is holding you down on this anchor and pulling you down, we need to cut that anchor off and move forward, because you cannot be tied down to no negative energy when you're swimming with sharks with a fire wand. Okay, we are going to only be bringing in people that nurture the best of ourselves, the best aspects. That's what we want. Get rid of anybody else who wants to keep you down in a negative vibration. Get rid of any other thing that wants to keep you down in a negative vibration. We're moving forward, moving upwards. And we are not going to be hanging around with people that want to wallow in the negativity, okay? Nurture yourself, self-care, okay? If you need to take a bath for an hour and read a book in it with all the bubbles and the Epsom salts, do it. Nurture yourself. Whatever it is that makes you feel better, makes you feel good, makes your soul soar, that's what we're doing in the month of July. Soul cage. Oh my goodness. Okay, so rescue, escape from captivity and restriction. That's exactly what we're doing. Exactly what we're doing. We're getting out of the depths of the sorrow. We're rescuing ourselves, and we're taking in people that want to help lift us up, help move us towards the surface. Okay. Then we have, let's just do this, diving to new depths. There is a deeper meaning to what is happening. You might be looking at this from the surface and missing what is really going on. Take a moment to pause and breathe. Allow yourself to dive deeper into what it is you're feeling about your current situation. Okay, so again, this is working through the pain. This is working through whatever this situation is, allowing yourself to think about how it came about, allowing yourself to think about how you want to move forward and what you want to do in order to go to the surface, to break free, right? Hopefully this is making sense, because in my head, boom, boom, boom. Okay, and then we have in the light of the moon. Oh, this card is gorgeous. Okay, a full moon can shine light on what you have been resisting. This can be anything from your fears to your soul's beauty. All right? So again, taking that introspective period of time and really looking at what you've been maybe missing out on, what you've maybe been wallowing in, maybe anything that maybe you guys are worried about your self-worth, whatever the case may be, take time to look inward, take time to figure it out, and it's okay. It's okay to do so. All right, we have a mermaids and dolphins from Divine Doreen Virtue. Helpful person. Someone wants to help you. Think of whom that might be and initiate contact. Again, what I said, helpful person. And again, there's 3 of them. And there's 3 here. You're going to be having help from somebody, some people that you trust. And I guarantee you it's 2 people in your inner circle that you trust more than anything in your life. And they're going to be there for you because they know how much you need their help right now. Okay? You might need to reach out to them. They might not know what's going on, or they might not know the depth of what's been going on. So you might need to be like, hey, I really need you right now. Can you come over? Or can you not necessarily come over right now because, you know, what's going on in July, what's been going on, but like maybe over Zoom, call, whatever it is. You need to ask them to be there. Some of them might not realize what's going on. All right. And then we have, let's see, blessed change. A major life change brings you great blessings. Again, you are going to be changing and transforming and moving on. And it's going to bring you some blessings. Look at this. That's amazing. This is beautiful. So again, taking the bad and bringing it into the good. And then set your sights higher. Increase your standards and expect more for yourself. Don't settle. Again, standards. Like you don't need to be brought down to that lower vibration. Okay? Set your sights higher. Again, if this was a breakup, this person wasn't worth you. You were worth more. They didn't deserve you. If this was a job, you can find better. This was just a stepping stone. Set your sights higher. You're worth it. Don't settle. And then messages from the mermaids. I love these cards so much. Okay, love. Okay, so what I'm getting from this, above all else, love in general, but love yourself. Okay, take time for that self-care. She's like hugging herself. I think she's feeling herself. Like, love yourself for what you are, who you are. Okay? And we have awareness. Oh, she's so cute. Awareness. Okay, so I look at this card, and with the situation going on, I really feel like you're becoming aware of what you need to do, where you need to go, the situation at hand. You're being aware. You know what you got to do. And I think too, since she's happy and she's like looking like she's loving life, you are aware of how hard you worked, how hard you are working, and where you're going. You're building up your confidence. You're building up your self-love. All right. And now your friends are aware too, and they can help you out. Family's aware. They can help you out. All right. And you got another one, mystery. All right. So this is kind of a wild card here, mystery. But what I'm feeling with this is that like, this is kind of uncharted territory for you. This like self-care and this like working through everything, and you don't know where you're going to end up. I think this is uncharted territory, but like, she doesn't look scared. She just looks like she's aware. She just looks like she's like, all right, I got this. You know, I may be, emerging from the dark. And I think it's great. Again, you've got a lot of kind of like depth and dark cards here, but they're not negative. And I think sometimes we look and focus on what we perceive as negative. And we always think that like light is going to be the way to uncover everything. But sometimes it's your darkest hour where you figure out what you need to do and who you are, right? Sometimes when we're faced with the unknown and with a scary situation or with a sorrow situation, heartache, sometimes that's when we know the true depth of who we are. And I think that's exactly what's going on here with this mystery card. It could be that like, you have no idea right now what to do as well. Mystery is how you take it. What do you see when this card comes up? Because this could, again, be multiple things. All right, and your last oracle cards here, we have the Nixie. Your soul will build what it is trained to expect. Okay, sorry for the garbage truck if you can hear that in the background. I didn't realize it was garbage day. So your soul will build what it is trained to expect. If you constantly train yourself and if you constantly expect the worst is going to happen. If you constantly expect to be in a negative situation, or if you constantly put yourself in negative thought patterns, negative things are going to happen, right? If you wake up and say, today is going to be a bad day, today I'm going to just hate it, blah, 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 you're going to have a bad day. If you wake up and say, you know what, today I feel like it's going to be a good day. I feel like I'm going to be able to overcome this. I feel like I'm going to be able to do this. I am. It is. Then it'll start building up the good. It'll start building up the positive. You need to rework your thinking, right? And last, we have the mermaid, the mer baby. The skill of being in harmony increases your effectiveness. So yeah, once you bring everything into perspective in a positive light, you're going to start seeing that it's going to be super, super effective. Things are going to start working itself out. And again, you're going to have this King of Wands energy. All right. You are going to be able to feel like you can conquer the world, right? You're taking authority over yourself. You're taking you're leading yourself in the right direction at the end of July. So let's go ahead and see what your Jessica Lee C Melody cards are. Finally remembered them. Optimism. After each rainstorm, there will be clear skies. Boom. Don't need to explain that. Change. Know when to move to a new shell, especially if yours no longer fits. Boom. And then we have generosity. What good is treasure if you keep it for yourself? So I feel like this is more so along the lines of you need to be generous with yourself, right? It's okay to have bad days. It's okay to revert back to wallowing, but be generous with yourself. Like, it's okay. Like, it's all right. And then again, next time somebody else in your circle has an issue, make sure you're right there for them. What goes around comes around, right? It is a never-ending karma cycle. So remember this time when you're working together, when you're being helped. Remember this time, the next event that happens with somebody else. Make sure you are there, right there when they need you, okay? Reciprocate. And then I asked for a message from the mermaids here, and we have Water Maiden. And it says, we the mermaids send you youthful energy, a free-spirited lust for life that will make every moment delicious. Savor this time, connect with this vitality, and feel the refreshing energy flowing through you. And if that doesn't resonate with you with the wand suit, I don't know what will, because yeah, we have lust in there, we have vitality in there, we have energy in there. This is definitely going to be you at the end of the month, like, for sure. Like, things are changing, but for the better. You're nurturing yourself. You are bringing in people that are helping you out. You are escaping from the negativity and the sorrow and the pain that you have been through, and you're working through it, and you're asking for help. So you're setting yourself higher standards, and you are aware of what you need to do. This is amazing. Like, again, it's a little bit deeper than my normal readings. I feel like sometimes when the world is a little bit in chaos, that sometimes the tarot readings, they just get a little bit deep. And again, it's okay to have deep readings. Like I said in my other, in my group number 2s, sometimes I feel like tarot brings out the more like therapist in me, as far as like, sometimes we need to be awakened to really the depths of our souls. Sometimes we ignore it, and the tarot brings it out. And my job and role as a reader is to present this information. And sometimes it's hard to hear, especially when we see the 3 of Swords. But it's how we are progressing from that energy. It's how, if we are continuing on this path, right, where we are working forward and we're working toward a higher goal and a better place, this is going to be our future, which is fantastic. So again, not everything is set in stone, but if you are experiencing pain and sorrow and hurt, we all as humans do. And sometimes it's allowing ourselves to take the time and work through it. It's how we get to the other side and how we get through it. It's this middle part that we want to focus on, the work that needs to be done in order to feel confident, to feel bold, to feel in control of ourselves. And I'm not trying to make light of this situation. I'm not trying to make it seem like it's super easy. I'm just reading what the cards are telling me and what my intuition is bringing out. And this is a beautiful reading. I feel like we're all going through it. We are all going through some form of heartache, and it's going to hit differently for each person. But we're going to be working through it. We're going to get past it in July. We are definitely going to emerge better than before. We're going to have those blessings, okay? Blessed change. All right, guys, hopefully this resonated with you. Hopefully this made sense. And if it did, please let me know down in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell on your way out of the video. That way you'll never miss an upload from me. And if you feel like somebody in your life would benefit from this video, if they would enjoy it, go ahead and share it as well. You know, the more the merrier. All right, everyone, please have a wonderful rest of your day and a wonderful July, and I will see you. And also, thank you for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. And thank you, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.